By cyberbullying, we are being mentally harassed. But aren't you facing harassment in real life?
Construct for the bridge. How funny it is, and as well as deadly. Because we also are
us to lead smart and easy life.
How? Which was made possible by the welfare of social media. As a result, many people have expressed their complaints and received justice. Not only social media.
So in this case, I would like to challenge my opposition by asking, how are you able to be aware when you are brainwashed?
The School of Medicine, people who check their social media most often has 2.7% more chances to develop depression. So how can you say that social media is helping us to socialize? According to another research, 49% of
We are very pleased to be here in this wonderful debate competition with the presence of Honorable Dr. Mim Atikullah sir and the President of this debate club, H.M. Abdullah Al-Mamun, Vice President Mr. Muhammad Mashhudul Alam. Let me introduce our today's competitors. There are two teams. Our today's motion is social media harms more than it does good. I'd like to call the first speaker, who is for the motion, Rakin Afsar.
Assalamualaikum. My thanks to the honorable judges and to the organizers. $5 billion has been wasted this year on social media in the name of donation. So can we say that social media is a hunting ground for cyber criminals? Question remains. Which is witnessed by all of us, that human heads are needed to construct for the bridge. How funny it is, and as well as deadly. Because we also are confused or crazy about this. This explains how fearful can fake news be. There are also so many fake and misleading news related to medical treatment and major diseases like cancer or diabetes. But now opposition will try to persuade you by saying that doctors are prescribing medicine on the social media. But the fact here is most of them are not eligible to prescribe yet. According to a famous news portal Reuters, 49% of doctors on social media are not qualified at all. And I don't think that's Honorable judges, what I was trying to say is that fake news is created to change people's beliefs, attitudes, or perceptions, so they will ultimately change their behavior. This means if you fall into the trap of believing fake news, your beliefs and your decisions are driven by someone else's agenda. Also, in some parts of the world, there can be legal consequences for publishing and sharing fake news. And at the very end of this speech, I want to say that if you are insulting people on the internet, you must be ugly on the inside. Say it by Phil Lester. Thanks to all of you for being such a generous listeners. Assalamu alaikum.
Now, I would like to call the first speaker who is against the motion, Labib bin Mosharraf.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today's motion of the debate is social media does harm more than it does good. I am standing against the motion for many reasonable reasons. Honorable moderator, Facebook and other social media are currently making a huge impact on people's lives. My opposition speaker has tried to prove that social media is harmful to us. Our opposition mentioned that by cyberbullying we are being mentally harassed. But aren't you facing harassment in real life? We are being harassed emotionally on social media, but in real life we are being harassed both mentally and physically. From body shaming to writing, I'll say some useful thing about social media that people can easily take advantage of. First, I have to talk about e-commerce. Through social media, we can buy any necessary thing at a lower price by comparing the price of the product on different pages. Social media introduces us different products. The biggest thing is that during this pandemic, we are able to avoid gathering by buying and selling online. I have lost so many friends at my primary level, but I have found them for the sake of Facebook. Isn't this also the role of social media? Social media is more than a digital cooler for TVs. Penn Berlin recently published an exclusive report about social media. According to the study, 88% of respondents view social networking sites like Twitter and Facebook as a new form of entertainment. The social media era has made the 15 minutes of fame a reality and transformed how we think about start and entertainment in general. People don't go to cinemas now. They watch YouTube on Netflix. They don't buy albums. they stream music for free, and they prefer to watch content on social media. A funny 2-minute video is better than 2-hour films, and that has made all the difference in how we consume entertainment these days. So we can easily say that social media is the fastest and reliable sources for getting news. Doesn't the discussion prove that social media does more good than it does harm? I think I was able to prove that. Thank you, Honorable Judges, and all the people there.
I think you experienced it. Pull down your fresh second. It's that every single time, which is psychology. We call positive intent intermediate response when you don't even know when you're gonna get it or if you're gonna get something which operates just like the slot machine Vegas is not enough time used to product consciously. So in this case, I would like to challenge my opposition by asking, how are you able to be aware when you are brainwashed? Facebook conducted what they call massive scale contagion experiment. And how do the subliminal cues on the Facebook page to get more people to vote in the midterm elections? And they discovered that we are able to do that. And one thing they concluded is that we know we can affect our real behavior, emotions without ever triggering users' awareness. And we are not even aware of this habit. So they want to psychologically figure out how to manipulate you as fast as can, and then give you back the dopamine hit. And they did brilliantly. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter has. Bill Murray said, social media is training us to compare our lives instead of appreciating everything. And no wonder why everyone is always disappointed. So I have just one intention to leave social media right now. At this time, don't be elaborate anymore. You are the product, you are being sold.
Thank you, Second Speaker, Toki Ahmed Ornab, who is for the motion. We have to look at our time. We have to consume our time according to the distributed phase. Now, I'd like to call the second speaker, who is against the motion, Muminur Rahman Nahi.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم فاستبقوا الخيرات. وقال الله تعالى أيضا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين صدق الله العظيم. First of all, I want to thank the Honorable Moderator for having me in this debate. I wish every participant good morning. Today's motion is social media does harm more than it does good, and I'm opposing the motion of today's debate. Today, my first speaker spoke about marketing and educational impact. My third speaker will talk about communication and other impact of social media. Now, I want to share my thoughts about global village, prevention of corruption, donation, agricultural support, and many more. But I have to counter the recent speaker first. He said that Facebook is using us as a product by selling our information, where Facebook is itself clarifies that they don't sell our information to others, and Facebook have also quoted that they can show you ads without telling advertisers who you are. They use our processed data to improve their advertising. Let me explain to you. Suppose I'm a book lover and I get book related ads on Facebook. So where did these ads come from? Facebook giving me those ads by processing my information, which also saving my time. What is bad here? I'm not getting anything suspicious. Honorable Moderator, social media can make face-to-face offline relationships stronger, and we can communicate all over the world. In today's society, social media has changed how people interact with each other. We use social media from simple daily communication to finding a job. Social media, the term is readily used today to emphasize the shrinking distance between the nations through the internet, as well as the fact is, news is traveling faster than light. The world is smaller as a result of the growth and rapid expansion of social media, due to which we can easily participate in the interaction of information even from a remote place. So we can easily realize the importance of social media for transforming this enormous world in a short diameter. Honorable Moderator, across the globe, corruption is a major issue. In the fight against corruption, any corruption could be filmed in a moment, and if it goes viral, the administration would have to act immediately. We all know that we must Islamic speaker Abu Tuham Muhammad Adnan, right? So when Abu Tuham Muhammad Adnan was kidnapped by some kidnappers, as soon as it went viral on social media, the government became concerned and quickly handed him over to his family. So my question to the opposition is, are you still going to disagree with me? So according to these points, the representative of today's motion should realize that social media is helping us to lead smart and easy life. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Muminur Rahman Nahi.
Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to start by thanking the Tanzimul Ummah Madrasah for having me here. Then I'd like to wish a very, very good morning to the people present here today. So today's motion is about the impact social media has on our interactions, relationships, and each and every point of our lives. The motion is social media harms more than it does good, and I'm proposing it. I think I should start with some smaller things. Honorable moderator, today my opposition will try to convince you by saying that social media is helping us to interact with people, it's helping us to socialize. But when I was researching on the topic, I came up with a new term called breadcrumbing. So the question here, what is breadcrumbing? According to the famous magazine Cosmopolitan, breadcrumbing is texting non-committal messages. For instance, someone will be saying, hey, I miss you, we should hang out tomorrow. And the day later, you hear nothing, literally nothing. According to the New York Times, the lowest and the greatest form of communication can happen. There are some other terms like breadcrumbing, such as ghosting, benching, and many more. Today, a massive amount of people are being more dependent on social media and started liking, reacting, commenting, sharing, texting instead of interacting physically. It's ruining our personal lives and our friendships. My question to the opposition is, do you still believe that social media is helping us to socialize? If you do, let me make it more clear. According to a research done by the Petersburg School of Medicine, people who check their social media most often has 2.7% more chances to develop depression. So how can you say that social media is helping us to socialize? According to another research, 49% of social media users experience depression. Don't you think that depression will affect their human interaction? A question to the opposition. Social media is so addictive that it's harder to give up social media than alcohol or drugs, because a research shows social media can release up to 300 units of dopamine, while drug can release only 250 units. According to a research of 2012 by the Journal of Psychological Research on Cyberspace, social media addiction affects 12% of its users, and as of 2019, it's 40%, and the numbers are still growing. It was 2013, an article went viral by the Harris Interactive Group that came up with the fact 20% of people aged between 18 to 34 check their phones during sexual interactions. I repeat, sexual interactions. And 70% of these respondents said they wanted to be within 5 feet of their phone all times. So, in short, it makes us feel good to get liked. At the very end of my speech, I want to say social media is interrupting our interactions, causing depression and addiction, making us uncommit, forcing us to live a fake life, making us mentally sick. So my question to the opposition is, how can you say that social media does not harm more than it does good? I want to
Today's competition is going through interesting issues. We are enjoying a lot, isn't it? So, do you think it should be continued? Yes! Well, this is high time for the captain, the team leader, who is against the motion, S.M. Abdullah. I'd like to call team leader.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Thank you, honorable moderator, for giving me the floor. The topic says social media harms more than it does good. We choose to stand against. Honorable moderator, first of all, what is social media? Social media are the interactive technologies that allow the creation or sharing of information, ideas, career interests, and other forms of expression by virtual communities and networks. The most effective and groundbreaking discovery of 21st century is Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, named social media. If I may say that, social media has a beneficial role in all aspects of our life, starting from communication, economy, education, politics, health, agriculture, sports, etc. Honorable moderator, if we start with communication, my question is, are we separated from our friends and teachers even after 18 months away from school and college? Have we become unsocial because of being at home for so long? Why we are it? Because our country as well as the majority people of all professions today have chosen social media as a reliable way of communication due to its availability and ease of use. Another study says that social media improves our personal relationships, and even social media reduces people's loneliness. Can you imagine the use of Zoom app has increased 2,900% in the last 2 years? a vital role in our daily communication. Now, opposing team can say that we are losing out in all areas, including our study, due to spending extra time. I would like to inform them that despite the closure of all education for 18 months due to corona epidemic, why aren't we separated from education? Because most of the education institutes have maintained their education system by conducting class through social media. Many platforms have been developed on social media where online free classes are being taken. If there was no social media in this society, honorable moderator, this education system would have collapsed, honorable moderator. Social media has a big role to play in preventing social breakdown. Through this social media, people raise their voices against injustice. Even different social movements like hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag MeToo spread all over the world. In a very short time, it spread widely. How? Which was made possible by the welfare of social media. As a result, many people have expressed their complaints and received justice. Not only social media.
Thank you, ASM Abdullah, team leader, who is against the motion. Yes. What do you think? Which team can win today? Really? But who is for the motion? They have done exceedingly well. Super, isn't it? Yes. So this is very confusing, I think. However, according to your perception, our today's winner is against team. Congratulations to the winner team, as well as congratulations to the loser team. Now, I'd like to disclose the name of best speaker. Today, the best speaker is the second speaker of against team, Muhammad Rahman Nahin. Congratulations. Thank you, honorable judges, for judging nicely. And it has matched with the perception of the audience, luckily or unluckily. Thank you all participants for being here. Now I'd like to conclude our today's debate competition session, and thank you everyone for joining here. Thank you.